I think we're all excited to see the next big thing from Sony. Obviously, though, that might take a little bit longer than any of us want or that any of us kind of expected. But we do get some good news. This comes way of a little bit of a leak, a different leaker actually, but someone with a ton of credibility and a ton of people in the industry that look to him as a source of information. So this is going to be a good video. And again, you know what? I want to say that I feel like a lot of us, myself included, have put a lot of maybe emphasis on how important exclusives are. And I think they are important. They're very important. I don't want to go back on saying otherwise. They're tremendously important. The thing that I would kind of point to and say maybe we all got a little bit too carried away with the importance of it by just a smudge, maybe a smidge, is the fact that, Nintendo clearly has exclusives that are more important than pretty much anything. When it comes down to Microsoft and Sony, look at this year to understand where I'm coming from, that maybe it doesn't have the strictest importance that we once believed it to have. Basically, what I mean by that is we kind of have this situation where Sony has released first-party wise Gran Turismo 7 and Horizon Forbidden West, both in month 2 and 3. Here we are 4 or 5 months later, and they haven't released anything in the first party. Microsoft hasn't released anything first party all damn year. So Xbox is still selling. People are still subscribing to Game Pass. PlayStation is still selling. People are still, playing PlayStation games. But the most part is, what I've noticed is each month they release these things in the most popular games. They always kind of rival the same things. It's always Apex Legends, Fortnite, GTA. It's pretty much always the same games. Call of Duty, Warzone, on both platforms, right? So most of gamers, no matter the platform, Xbox, PlayStation, playing the same thing. That's not to take away from the importance of, the exclusives, because I think that does differentiate, right? So if you're someone who can only afford to get one console and you're a Call of Duty, Last of Us, kind of guy, Ratchet and Clank, Spider-Man, you're going to get a PlayStation. If you're someone who loves Halo and loves Gears and Forza, you're going to get an Xbox, right? If you love what the other differentiators I think we're starting to see is that, even more so than the exclusives, is the services. Game Pass versus PlayStation Plus. Okay, like Game Pass is going to be offering Call of Duty, Diablo, Halo, Gears, all the top stuff. Day and date. That's just going to be what they're going to be offering people. Now, on the other side, we see that Sony, they're not taking that same day and date approach, so that gives people a little bit of an added incentive to play on Xbox. But I want to get into this big Sony announcement. It's pretty big news. Let's go ahead and get started, shall we? I had mentioned in a previous video that a lot of people were gearing up for Sony to make some kind of God of War announcement. We were led to believe this from the snitch, and I think that, a lot of us took that as being a legitimate thing, and it might still be, but maybe we read it wrong. Like the binary was the 30th, which would be, pretty soon, and, we haven't heard anything. If they were going to do a state of play, we probably would have got an announcement. Maybe they'll announce the state of play on the 30th. I don't know. But Sony Santa Monica Studios is gearing up for God of War Ragnarok announcement, according to another leaker. According to known leaker Tom Henderson, Sony Santa Monica Studios is gearing up for God of War Ragnarok's announcement. A lot has been said and written over the past few weeks about the highly anticipated sequel. Most recently, reputable leaker The Snitch seemed to claim that the date was for the game will be announced. It was tomorrow. And we now have Tom Henderson giving cryptic hints as well. He says Sony Santa Monica right now preparing to announce something to give God of War fans some life. Basically, collect the hints out there and you can piece together that there will be something announced soon. Now, when someone commented there will be a blog post alongside a gameplay trailer for the title, Henderson replied that there won't be a gameplay trailer. Some interesting tweets for sure, and based on the hints we've seen so far, it seems likely that we will finally be getting a release date for God of War Ragnarok alongside a blog post to the original official PS blog, and possibly some information about the game's collector's edition. Interesting to note is that yesterday, former Kotaku writer Jason Schreier also had something to say about the game's release date, which is indeed said to be announced soon. He said, "I said Sony is expected to announce God of War Ragnarok's November release date soon. Yes," Schreier wrote when asked about a rumored state of play this month. "I didn't say anything about a show." As always, we'll keep you updated, and this is what the site says. I'm going to go ahead and link this so you guys can check it out. Now, everybody knows me, knows that I'm a huge God of War fan. I absolutely love God of War. It's my favorite game of all time from 2018. with that being said, not having a state of play, but maybe just some kind of news come out, I'm not sure that that's going to be, the same kind of excitement, the same kind of situation that, people are kind of looking forward to when it comes to God of War. Now, the other thing is that Cory Balrog actually tweeted out as well today. He says, "Dear all, if it were up to me, I would share all the information when I know about it, but it's not up to me, so please be patient. I promise things will be shared at the earliest possible moment that they can. We make games for you. We get to make games because of you." So he says this today. I think a lot of people were probably pestering them. They want to see it. They want to see the game. Obviously, I totally understand that. I get the idea behind that, the fact that people want to see, these video games kind of work out, and they want to see them, bring them the games that they love. And that's not that's not a bad thing. I think we all want to know more about God of War. We all want to see who ends up, doing what with their platforms. Like I said, it's strange to me that we have all of this kind of happen, and Sony has been rather quiet. Like, if the game is coming out this year, and I fully believe it is, we're already going to be into the 7th month of the year. There's only 12 months. I mean, they should be getting ready to hype this up, get things going, kind of get people excited about the future of the game and all that stuff. Otherwise, let us know ahead of time what exactly is going on, because at the end of the day, both Sony and Microsoft have to please the fans. They're the ones giving us the stuff to kind of get us excited and get word of mouth out there and sell their consoles and things like that. I want to play the game. I want to buy the game. Not having a state of play, but having some information doesn't make a lot of sense to me, because, at the end of the day, if you're not going to have a state of play, then what good is doing some kind of like pre-order stuff? I think people want to see a little. I mean, they're going to pre-order it anyway. Like, I will definitely try to get in on the collector's edition like as soon as possible. But for me personally, I love the fact that we could get some kind of information, some kind of state of play. I want to see a big blowout state of play. Maybe they'll do that a little bit closer to the release date. Supposedly it's going to be November, so that in that case you maybe have a few more months to do a state of play, but you could still get some kind of announcement out there with a pre-order. That seems to be what all the talk is about. So it's going to be interesting to see if indeed tomorrow we get a blog post with the ability to pre-order some kind of collector's edition or something along those lines. I would be absolutely ecstatic to see something like that actually come about. And for me personally, like I said, this is really, really like my all-time favorite franchise, or all-time favorite game was the last one. I'm looking forward to the sequel. I can't wait for it. Sony is definitely on the right path with this stuff. But let me know what you guys think. I'll link this in the description. You guys can check it out. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, crap gamer 'em up. If you did enjoy the content, please leave a like on the video. It helps it to be seen. Crap gamer out.